What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So give me 10 minutes and I will have you convinced that the move that is going to happen next for Ilia Topuria is a lightweight showdown with the Diamond, Dustin Poirier. Now, I spoke about this in a video last week. I had one person say, bro, Poirier's retired. Is that right?
Dustin Poirier said has been teasing one last fight, his last dance, and recently he was on Twitter and he said basically that he's got something cooking and that quote unquote there will be blood. Have you guys planned something for Dustin? You don't have to like reveal, obviously.
No, we're in the middle of talks for him with something that he wants to do for the end of his career. Yeah.
Did you happen to catch him on the Ariel Helwani show recently? That dude ain't retiring. He's got at least one more in him. With a resume like Poirier's, it should show you that the competitive fire inside this young man is burning so strong still that he's just not going to be able to step away like that, right? And I think a fight with Ilia Topuria, in his mind, in Dustin's mind, gives him one more shot at greatness. First thing we're going to do is look at Ilia Topuria's coach, and he talks about the transition of the weight cut and the struggles of maintaining featherweight. He says that Topuria's desire to move to lightweight is also fueled by wanting to capture greatness with a second belt. Okay, and during the interview, Topuria revealed that defending his featherweight title no longer lights the fire it once did. For El Matador, the next chapter in his career is about testing his limits against the best fighters in a new division. Among the potential opponents his team is targeting, former interim lightweight king Dustin Poirier. No, wait, Corey, wait. Who said this? You heard me. Ilia Topuria's coach. You know, I think he should know. But can Topuria hold his own against a seasoned veteran like Poirier? His coach has no doubts. Now, Dustin Poirier has been the talk of the MMA community, but not for his signature striking skills. Fans are eagerly speculating about when the Diamond will return for a swan song or his last performance. And then it talks about the gritty performance against Islam, where he lost the submission in the 5th round, blah, 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 blah. All right. In a candid conversation with Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour, Poirier expressed renewed enthusiasm for competition and hinted at a possible return. Meanwhile, the UFC's featherweight champion Ilia Topuria has stirred up excitement with his potential move to lightweight, with Poirier emerging as a potential opponent for Topuria's team. And the coach of Ilia Topuria has made no secret of their confidence in a matchup with the Diamond. During an appearance on the Submission Radio, Clement, that's Topuria's coach, broke down how Topuria stacks up against Poirier. This is going to be a great match. He has very good skill in striking. He's a tough guy, but I think Ilia is having a better striking. Interesting. Must be a language barrier there. I think he has better wrestling, and the jiu-jitsu of Ilia is great. I know Dustin has very good jiu-jitsu, but I think it's a very good match, and I think Ilia can knock him down or finish him. Okay, now, how do we know that Dustin Poirier is interested in this fight against Ilia Topuria being his swan song? In other words, his last showdown in the UFC. I mean, if you look at the resume of Dustin Poirier, I mean, this guy has faced, just a who's who, literally, okay? Although he hasn't called out Topuria, Poirier appeared to be lurking X and retweeted a fan's request to think about fighting Topuria if he were to move up. Here's what the fan tweeted. Hear me out. If Ilia wants to move up to lightweight, do Ilia Topuria versus Dustin Poirier, McGlinge tweeted. Although the account is lesser known, Poirier tended to agree, as did the fans who interacted with the post. Poirier has been with the UFC for over 15 years, competing against some of the best the sport has to offer. whether that's Conor McGregor, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Islam Makhachev, Justin Gaethje. Poirier's who's who resume is a run that will arguably never be topped again. But I would like to add that he's fought for the title multiple times now and has only received interim title. Now, what kind of vindication would that be for Dustin Poirier for his last fight to be welcoming Ilia Topuria, this new young gun, this new undefeated young gun who had his way with and knocked out Alexander Volkanovski, one of the greatest ever featherweight champions, and then turned around and knocked out one of the goats of the UFC in general in Max Holloway, when Max Holloway's never been finished. Dustin Poirier is the kind of guy that wants that challenge, because if he can go in there and get the jump on Ilia Topuria and beat Ilia Topuria, then as far as Dustin's concerned, I know how he thinks. That would be as good as winning a belt. Ilia Topuria, current featherweight champion, doesn't want to fight in that weight division anymore. Is coming up. Dustin's the first one to welcome him to the lightweight division. And then, after he's beat Volkanovski and Max Holloway, Dustin stops him. Imagine. Just imagine. You know, the guy told me, hey, Dustin's retiring, bro. Okay, well, who makes the decisions there? Obviously, that would be the UFC and Dana White as to whether Dustin will fight again. Well, really, ultimately, Dustin makes the decision, but then he consults with who? Dana, Hunter, McMaynard, those guys, right? So there you have it. The UFC's aware, Dana's aware, Dustin's aware, the team of Ilia Topuria is aware that Dustin is considering fighting again, and they are trying to get up in that and ride that train. I'm trying to ride that train. That would be a very high stakes, fun, very fun fight to watch. And if I know anything about Dustin Poirier, obviously I don't know the guy personally, but I can just tell this would be something that would really get him going. Okay? A fight with another guy like that who has a high level of striking skill, high level of known boxing ability, I'm telling you, that's the kind of shit that would get Poirier out of bed in the morning. It's obviously not been confirmed, but I believe that this is happening. I believe that this is happening. Ilia Topuria and his team wants it. Dustin Poirier saw that tweet the other day where a fan was mentioning it. He retweeted it. Why would he have retweeted that if he wasn't also interested in the same thing? And now he's in talks with Dana White in the UFC about doing one more fight. Are you freaking serious? Let's go. I'm ready for that, y'all. I'm ready for that. That's all I got. That's all I got. Let me know. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about. I mean, would that be a hell of a fight or not? You know, I know Dustin's a little older, but you know, I refuse to believe that he's really lost much in his step, and I don't believe he's shown to have lost a lot in his step. And you know, I think he would be a really tough, challenging fight for Ilia Topuria coming up to fight in the lightweight division. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Dustin would beat him. I'm not going to sit here and say that Topuria would beat Dustin either, you know. But I will say that would probably be one hell of a fight, because I'm telling you right now, Alexander Volkanovski, his boxing is not as good as Dustin Poirier's. Okay? I'll tell you right now, Max Holloway, although he has good boxing, he got pieced up at lightweight by Dustin Poirier. Now, he had his moments. Don't get me wrong, Max Holloway had his moments, but Dustin Poirier obviously ended up winning that fight. Okay? I think that would be a hell of a welcoming party to the lightweight division for Ilia Topuria. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that button right there if you would. Like the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. All right, peace.